got transfers from everywhere. So just finding out who could do what and play where, to be honest.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. How tough is that nowadays for football players? This is a good question for all of y'all. Because the transfer stuff it happens way more quicker now than it used to back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So, Corey, give me your version first. Like, how tough is that transfer stuff for you now?
With the transfer portal, it's just hard to make friends. To me, it's hard to build that brotherhood because at any given moment, like they could be out of there. Honestly, like any window, they can be out of there. So it's like the transfer portal. It's like a give or take for real. Like I like it sometimes, but sometimes it's just like, dang, like if you ain't getting paid such and such money, or if you don't want to compete for a spot, like it's just different ways that you could take upon the transfer portal for real. That's I feel can help sometimes, but at the same time, it just doesn't make sense to me for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of, man, let's talk about end of the season, and then all of a sudden, coach is like, "Yo, like, dipping out." Like, how was that process? You know, how did you soak all that in, and how did you make the decision to, you know, at that point, follow him and pursue, you know, playing under that coach that you actually enjoy and appreciate?
Yeah. So going into like I say the championship weekend, we were seeing like things on Twitter saying head coach at Southern Miss, like just things that didn't make sense. But in our mind, we ain't paying nothing attention to it because we're about to go in the championship, and Southern Miss 1-11. So it's like, come on now, we not even gonna pay that no attention.
Right.
So like just going into the championship week, I said we flew to the hotel for the championship week. We walk in and it's just like a bouquet of flowers that say "Welcome to Southern Miss," and we're in Louisiana. So like just seeing, it was like we was trying to get someone was trying to throw our team off because we just walk in the hotel and it's just sitting on the table. So it was like it was confusing to us.
That's crazy.
So yeah, just going upon that, we fast forward, played the championship game, won that. We get off the plane and he's shaking everybody's hand and he like told me like I'm gonna have BA, our strength coach. He was like, I'm gonna have him talk to you and we gonna get you set up with Southern Miss. And then that's how that went. For sure.
That's a hell of a process, bro.
Yeah,
That's
for sure. It was def crazy though. It was it was something that seemed like a TV show or something. Like it just didn't make sense at the moment, for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot to take.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot to take in.
That's man, especially for a young man in his freshman year, a grown man in his freshman year, you know, not even thinking about nothing else. Like we just want a chip. At that point, you got a decision to make. So it's like that's tough, bro. Kudos to you.
Yeah, sure.
Kudos to you.
Appreciate it.
So how was that for you, Gary? Like with the transfer portal and like coaches and you know stuff might leaving back in the day.
See the difference is like it's a catch-22 because I see what he's talking about. Like I wish back then we had it because like back then if you were trying to transfer, you couldn't transfer D1 to D1. You had to sit out a year.
You had to sit out a year.
Mm-hmm.
You had to sit out a whole year. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't have the NIL deal.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we didn't have none of that. So it was just like it was like mindset wise, I liked it because it was just like it built character. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, you gonna fight for this spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the best man win because at the end of the day, collegiate is a business. It's getting you ready for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They paying you more than 6 figures for your whole time there to perform and go to school. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hey, if you ain't performing on, you know what I'm saying, in the books and on the field, hey, you got hit this bus. You know what I'm saying?